Okay, today we're going to talk to some students who go to the Mediterranean University. What's the actual name?
Information technology.
Here in Podgorica, Montenegro. And this is, what's your name?
George.
Can we see you? Okay,
Yes.
so tell me, what do you want to do when you graduate? Tell me what you're studying and what do you want to... I better do that. Tell me what you're studying and what you want to do when you're after you graduate. What kind of job?
Yes, this is my first year in this college. I study information technology. That is college for information technology. I don't know when I finish that. I try to find job somewhere where is I can do with this college here.
How many years do you have here?
This is my first year, but college is 3 years. Here is 3 years, and after that is have 1 or 2 years to again to go at school. I don't know.
You mean to get a master's or?
The master studies. That.
Okay. And what were you doing here? Were you doing work or just?
No. This is book only. Notebook.
So what's your hardest class right now?
We have example now. Right now.
Exams or?
Yes, we finished that first colloquium. I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
Example. First example. Exam. First exam, and it's finished. And I.
Do you
with
think?
my friends.
Do you think you passed?
Yes, I passed. I think.
Let's see. And I talk a lot about high school. Tell me about high school for you. Did you like your high school, and where did you go to high school?
Yes, I like my high school. I was going Berane in Electro High School, and I finished that with excellent. Kako se kaže? Da. Excellent average, yeah. Da, and now I'm here, first year. Here.
Let's see what else. And I always like to ask. Wait, what'd you say? I understood. Okay, here's a question for you. What do you think is the difference between a good student in school and a good person?
Someone can be a good student, but how you say, don't good person. For me, it's better to be a good person than a good student.
And what's the difference? What makes someone a good student and what makes someone a good person?
I don't know. Can you again question me? I don't understand.
You want to explain it in Serbian? What was the question? Do you want to be on there? Show your face? So this is Igor. He's helping. He grew up most of his life in Canada. Now he speaks English perfectly and Serbian or Montenegrin also perfectly. Serbo-Croatian. So can you explain to him my question about what I said was what makes someone a good person and what makes someone a good student?
Koja je tebi razlika između dobre osobe i dobrog studenta?
I don't know. Someone can be and good person and good student. Kako se kaže odjednom?
At once.
And at once, but I don't know. I actually very like to be at first a good person and then a good student.
How would you define a good person?
Kako
bi rekao ti kako bi ti izjasnio da je neki čovjek dobar? Koje ima osobine?
I don't know. I must meet that person, talk with him, spend some time with that man to see how is he. That person. To see how is that person. It's good or bad, and I don't know. Yes. Osobinama, I don't know. Honestly, baš iskreno, tako? Iskreno, kako se kaže? Honest, and I don't know, really, I don't know.
Can you tell me, if you look back to your high school, what were some of the most important things in high school, or the most important values in your high school? Not for you personally, but for the high school. Like, when would they say you really did that well, or what was really important to the high school, like administration, let's say?
Samo za administration šta je opomenuo.
Administration ti je škola kao...
Da. I don't know, when I was in high school, my only plan is to finish high school. And now there's nice time spent, there is... Tamo sam. Kako se kaže tamo sam?
Over there.
Over there I spent a nice time with my friends there, and I don't know, now is new school, new friends, new college, and I don't know. Okay.
Was in your high school, was it very important that you arrived on time to school?
Da stignem tačno.
Važno
No.
da stigneš tačno na vreme.
Je li bilo određeno ili?
Bilo važno,
A.
profesori me, baš bili strogi, ne? Stigneš
No,
tačno na vreme.
I can, kako se kaže, mogu sam. I could have late, but not every day, and not after.
Was it very important that you wore a certain kind of clothing? Was the clothing important? Like, for example, you didn't have a school uniform, I guess, at your school, did you?
No, we don't have a school uniform. We can go in what we want, just knowing shorts and kako se kaže papuče,
No sandals.
and no sandals.
Could you wear your hair any way you wanted?
Yes, and this everything is good.
So that's no problem. And what about, could the girls have any kind of piercings in their nose or anything?
Yes, they can have that piercing or piercing here, but can come in short. Kako se kaže?
Skirts.
Da. Yes.
Could you have a shirt that had a picture of a marijuana leaf or someone smoking marijuana on the t-shirt?
Da li imam na majici
Ne
sliku?
mogu da imaš na sliku čovjeka.
Yes.
Do you know, Igor, could you do that in your high school in Canada?
Yeah, no, not really.
Did you have to wear a uniform in your Catholic high school?
Yes, every day, and the littlest thing that we wouldn't have with our uniform, it'd be pretty bad. They'd really be bad. They were very strict.
Because in America, I'm pretty sure that in most public schools you can't wear a T-shirt that has something like a marijuana plant on it or someone smoking or anything like that. I want to get the facts exactly, but one of the reasons I'm making these videos is because I want to show that the Montenegrin schools, I'm pretty sure, I want to do more research, but I think they're actually more free than the American schools. And I want to show in specific ways how they're more free. Like in American schools, if you're not, let me ask you this, in your high school, what time were you supposed to be at school?
High school, I supposed to be in 7:30 in the class in the morning.
What happens if you arrived like at, or let's say one day you didn't want to go to school, you left the house and you started walking, but you decided you didn't want to go, and you didn't go to school, then would anybody call your parents or anything that day?
No.
Or would anybody call you if you had a cell phone?
Nobody calls my parents. When I come after that, when I come in school, my teachers ask me where you've been and what you do and that.
Do you understand English? Do you understand English? Do you want to be interviewed?
Come on, man.
In your high school, Igor, did they? What would happen if you didn't go to school on one day?
Oh, they'd actually call your parents, and had your parents actually not been, had your parents not picked up, they would have given you they would actually be giving you a lot of problems. You've got an in-school suspension, so you'd actually be in a school all day, isolated, and you'd be given your work, and they'd give you your work in an office, but in an isolated room.
Can you explain to him what in-school suspension is and ask if they have anything like that or he's ever heard of it?
Imate li vi unutar školu da vas suspenduju u školu?
Da nas misliš...
Mislim ovako,
da
kao,
vas isključe.
da vas to nije baš kada se izbace, a da si kada si na suspenziju, ali da si unutra u školu, pa da te ostavljaju u kancelariju, pa da moraš sam da budeš cijeli dan i te...
Ne, nemamo.
Have you ever heard of anything like that before here in Montenegro?
First time I heard for that. We only have, imamo jedino da nas izbače iz škole.
The last alternative after doing being faulting a lot of times and making a lot and having a lot of what's it called
Absences.
having a lot of absences and other things, like if you did a lot of if your behavior wasn't good and you were actually told a lot of times and warned, then they could kick you out of school and you could come back in next semester.
At your school?
No, at his school.
Oh, at his school. Oh, okay.
What was the question?
So, Igor, did you have a cell phone when you were in high school?
Oh yeah, all of high school.
Now, I had a question. I talked to a high school director from Slovenia once, and I asked him this question. I said, why wouldn't the school call the student on their cell phone and ask where you are? So, do you have to do something? So, why do you think the school, like his school or other schools, actually around the world, a lot of schools now are calling the parents if the student doesn't show up at school? First of all, why do you think they do that?
Because they care about that student or that kako se kaže učenik?
My student.
Their student, and here in my ex school there is not have a care for student. If you can come there, you are there. If you don't come, nobody ask for you.
Now, I just want to point out, did you guys notice who are watching this video
Yes.
that your name again?
George.
Georgie had his arm kind of rested on Igor, and you guys have never met before, right?
No,
No,
And also, did you know that? And did it bother you at all?
no.
That's common over here in Europe. In America, they might think you're gay, but I don't think either of you guys are gay. Here, and we have another. Can I show you? Can I turn it? Yes, okay, it's okay. And so I'm just pointing out these cultural differences. But also, did you guys ever hear that in some schools in America, friends can't hug each other? Have you ever heard this?
in America.
Yeah, in
mogu da se grle.
some schools now they can't hug each other.
Devojke ne mogu da se zagrle, druga ne mogu da se zagrle, niko ne može.
Here, that is a normal guys kiss on
Interaction.
yes,
On their cheeks.
in the cheek. Yes, that.
Have you heard that in American schools, in some schools, they're not allowed to hug each other?
No, first time.
Da se zagrle.
Yes, first time I heard that.
Have you ever heard this?
Jesi čuo to?
No.
Have you heard this?
Yeah. In my school, there's no affection. In my Canadian school, there was a no affection rule. Here, it was actually quite a shock when I came here for the first time.
Explain just a little of your history. How, you went to school until...
Until grade 11. Then I moved here. I went to high school here for 1 year, and then I decided to go to university here because I liked it.
So you had 1 year of high school in Montenegro. The rest of your high school was in
Yes.
Canada. And you had like a no public display of affection. Did they call it PDA?
They call it no public display of affection.
Have you guys ever heard of this? Explain PDA.
PDA je pravilo da ne smijete nikako da se izražavate nijedan osjećaj, ni ništa ne smijete da izrazite baš u javno. Znači ne smiješ da se grliš ni za djevojkom, ne smiješ da ih poljubiš, ne smiješ ni sa drugom, ni da se rukujemo. To je u škole zabranjeno.
A gdje je to?
U Kanadu, i u Ameriku,
U Ameriku.
i u Australiju, i u London, i u Englesku.
Kod mene se ljubimo i dilimo i...
You say that they hug and they kiss and they do everything in their school.
Okay, I'm going to stop this to see how it's coming along.